Hi there, this is the creation guide for the Druid for Baldur's Gate. Hippies. That's what I've always thought about Druids. It's probably the case since every Druid I see in fiction talks about how mankind is evil and gross and civilization is stupid and we should all go back to sleeping under trees and hunting and gathering our food. It's all very preachy and it's never very persuasive. But when you take it objectively and you take away the preachiness, I actually like the idea behind the Druid. And since I've gotten a bit older, I definitely appreciate nature and how cool and powerful it really is. Independent of my feelings of the high church of critters and trees, there's a lot of power behind Druid spellcasting. At early levels, the spells are a bit similar to Cleric, but I think they're slightly less powerful. However, at higher levels, they gain quite a bit of power, they gain some passive resistances, they become both tanky and dangerous damage dealers. They do get shapeshifting, which I have to admit is not very good. And they have some unique high-level abilities and spells that help themselves and everyone around them. For alignment, Druids are required to be true neutral. Now, when I was younger, this bothered me. Nowadays, it bothers me much less. It's still a little bit weird, especially since you run into Druid characters that are totally okay with killing and attacking people, and others who accept people and even hang around in cities, treating others with respect and charity. It's kind of weird to think that all of them are true neutral. However, it gives an understanding that alignment isn't necessarily the same as personality. I usually like playing as true neutral characters anyway, so this alignment doesn't really bother me. For abilities, Druids are a little bit weird. Divine spellcasters use Wisdom, so we're going to try to boost up Wisdom as high as possible. Constitution and Dexterity are very important for survivability. But then Charisma is tossed in there, and we have to have a minimum of 15, which, I'm sorry, but that just doesn't make any sense. Is it supposed to make sure that your Druid looks pretty for the Oaks, so that they can chat up the bears? Is it so they can flirt with trout? I mean, why? This also means that we have to sacrifice something to keep our Charisma up at 15. So this means that intelligence and strength are going to have to take a hit. Now, for a Druid, it's not terrible. Druids shouldn't be frontline tanking anyway, and they don't use intelligence for their spells. For weapon proficiencies, Druids have access to a number of weapons and have 2 points at level 1. Some of the unique weapons that they can get, first off, they can get scimitars, which I think are a very good choice. They have a lot of good magical options later on. I also like the idea of having distance weapons, so something like slings or daggers are a good choice too. For spells, they have similar spells to clerics and a similar system of divine casting, but some of the spell swaps have a nature vibe, and some of them are really cool, and some of them aren't. I'll be putting together a playthrough of a Druid soon, but until then, feel free to check out my other starter guides and my other playthroughs for Baldur's Gate. That's it for this video. Feel free to comment, subscribe, and tell your friends. And while you tell your friends, why don't you explore the concepts of Georgism as an alternative means of taxation, rather than taxing the income of the hard work from your brow? Or don't worry about it, I certainly haven't. For now, take care and good luck. We're all counting on you.